Hi everyone, it's Sunday night, March 3rd, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Starting with Europe this week, our editor Andrea Guolo says that the cow market remains stable with at least one origin making some gains. The story is not so positive, however, for European bulls, with some origins dropping sharply, but high-quality southern German bulls over 40 pounds are holding up well. For lamb and sheep, the high end of the range has opportunities for market improvement, but in the veal sector, some selections have dropped to levels below those seen before Linea Pel. In his analysis this week, Andrea looks at the situation in Europe heading into APLF, the sentiment about its expectations, and factors with regard to Asian buyers, the UK market, and the declines in the automotive sector. Turning to the United States, it was not quite as busy as some people had hoped. And it seems that a lot of customers, especially those in Asia, are waiting for visits from their suppliers ahead of the Hong Kong fair. Most selections this week were steady, and some had incremental gains, but they were likely on small volume sales because the prices are higher than those that people consider likely to be achievable in the Asian market. Trading in regular weight Texas was a bit busier during the week, and the trading range was from $33 to $34, and heavier weights also traded at slightly increased prices. This week's export report came in with combined sales at 473,600, which was below slaughter, which, by the way, was back to 603 over that magical 600,000 mark. And although we can't compare the sales or shipments to previous weeks because of the summary report, if you look back at last year, the weekly levels are not significantly different. In our market observations, we take a look at China and its role in the market, as well as the factors affecting the scenario as we head into the pre-APLF period. Looking to Latin America, editor Ronald Guiel says that prices were again stable this week, both for rawhides and wet blue. The pressure is back on TR1 as suppliers heading for Hong Kong, and our suppliers are heading for Hong Kong, and some customers are delaying purchases. In other news from Brazil, we have reports on FEMEC, which was held last week, along with Marfrig's earning and slaughter reports, as well as the summary on how Brazilian footwear retail did in 2018. From other parts of Latin America, there is news on slaughter in Colombia and Chile, the announcement that Mexico is reestablishing tariffs on imported footwear, and reports on various footwear brands. There's one report we don't usually talk about in this video, which is our international report. And that comes out on Tuesdays, and it covers all the main selections from around the world, including parts of Africa and the Middle East. So in addition, we have charts and graphs for all the selections we track, so don't hesitate to ask us for one of those if you need it. Next week, we'll have our pre-APLF video, and once the fair starts, HideNet will have daily video updates on the latest news. So that's all we have for this week, and until next week, good night from HideNet.